to staying with us at Asset Television. Welcome to the news at this hour. I am Emanuela Akwaya. First, the headlines. YPP presidential aspirants vows to change governance narratives in 2027. Gombe court remands principal teacher over sexual abuse. Fake police inspector arrested in Akwa Ibom. Now the news in detail. A presidential aspirant on the platform of the Young People's Party (YPP), Peter Agada, says he is poised to change the narrative of governance in Nigeria if elected in the 2027 general elections. Dr. Agada, a former Labour Party member who recently defected to YPP, spoke exclusively with Asset Television News in Abuja on his ambition to be Nigeria's president.
Architect and Dr. Agada, who is 55 years old, says age should not be a barrier to leadership. He argued that Nigeria needs experienced, inclusive, and visionary leadership to tackle the country's current challenges.
You know, in Nigeria right now, what do? We have world leaders, local government leaders, world youth leaders, and all of that, who just function only for the election cycle. And after the election, everybody's gone till the next 4 years again. No. Our world leaders will be trained as world technical coordinators. After you are done with the election, the next thing is that you will still be there and you'll be coordinating projects. All the projects going on in your local government area, all the voting of projects, selection of projects. If any wind blows and your electric pole falls down and they take light, or your transformer blows, you are the person that will go and take a picture of it, upload it. So we want to run a network government. We call it government with GPS.
The YPP candidate says his administration will prioritize inclusive governance, where all regions, youths, women, and professionals are carried along in decision making. He criticized what he described as years of exclusionary politics and promised a government that listens and delivers.
Before today, the story of INEC has been a very sorry one. As a major leader of the obedient movement, I know how bad we felt last time when IRF transmission backed up after all the money is budgeted to get that system. I mean, when we're hearing of IRF and they're talking about live transmission of results, we were very happy. We didn't even bother to probe the amount of money spent bringing in IRF because we wanted a transparent election. But of course, as you will have it in Nigeria, it was bastardized, and whatever has happened has happened. Today, we are looking at partnerships with several international agencies and communities, especially the United States of America. A couple of our colleagues, the members of the Congress of Professionals, who are based in America and practice in America, have connected us to Mr. Donald Trump, who is really willing to help with technology to drive a free and fair election regime for 2027 and beyond.
On policy, the presidential aspirant says his focus areas will include improving the country's incessant security challenges, job creation for youths, and fixing the economic rights, pointing out that his background as an architect and a doctor gives him a practical approach to infrastructure and human development.
Actually, first thing to do in Nigeria is to resolve these insecurity problems. And I said that because we cannot, our resources is in the land. It's the people and the land. That's what makes the country. The land is currently encumbered by insecurity. So the first thing to do is to make the land safe, so that the people can go back to the land, either for agriculture, solid mineral, whatever, digital economy, whatever. So we have designed, I have the first 25 executive orders ready to be signed. In fact, my activities from my first hour in office has been designed already. And it is first to address insecurity, then agriculture, then production. I will not go into agriculture as the way we practice it before, subsistence farming. No, we're going to go into food production. There's a difference between, that is after security has been fixed.
Speaking on his defection from the Labour Party to the Young People's Party YPP, architect Agada said the YPP better reflects his ideology of giving young Nigerians a real stake in governance.
And I believe the Labour is sold out. They don't want to present any candidate against the current administration. It's their choice. And what is going on right now will die naturally. And then we'll come back to the Labour Party and rebuild it in the future. So, not an issue. So I think I've answered your question. The Labour Party is dead. Let me put it that way. And those of us who have some life to offer Nigeria have to find somewhere else to plant the seed of life. And the YPP is a veritable alternative because it carries the same drive, the same love for meritocracy, the same love for nation building. That is where all the young men, I believe, should go to.
He also called on INEC to ensure credible elections in 2027 and urged Nigerians, especially the youths, to collect their PVCs and participate actively in the process.
The name itself, Young Progressive, synchronizes with what we're talking about. It's not a new party. The YPP has been there since 2016 or so, 17. It's just that there's been no one my size, my capacity that has come up to want to bring them to limelight. And like I said, I'm not afraid to start from the scratch. I started the whole of this you're seeing today from the scratch. I'm working at it. I have been able to pull a national structure for YPP in all 36 states of the Federation. There's at least 500 persons in a WhatsApp platform, 300 in every local government. They are my seed members. With them, we want to infiltrate the entire states across Nigeria. We're doing that already.
APC, PDP, ADC is not deterring you?
Not at all. I'm not scared. You know why I'm not scared of them? All of them used to come to me now. I know who they are. We walk the same corridor. They are, in fact, I don't like to say this. They are below me. They are beneath me. We wrote the policy that they are riding and they are bastardizing and messing up with. A lot of my team members are within their system. We know what's going on. We are advising the Minister of Finance, for example. We know what's going on. So, no bother at all. They have more money than I do. I don't have all the money. My money is private sector money. It's hard-earned money. It's difficult money. Well-taxed money. So that's where they are better than us. But I believe that by the time the young persons of this country rise up and give their 1,000 every month, you will see what will happen.
Architect and Dr. Peter Agada has joined the growing list of Nigerians who have declared interest in the 2027 presidential race. Mania OCAB, Asset Television News.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu says life and legacy of the late former President Muhammadu Buhari has continued to speak to Nigeria, saying his transformation from military ruler to civilian democrat marked him out as a rare figure in the nation's history. Speaking on Monday in Abuja, during a prayer session marking the first anniversary of Buhari's death, President Bola Tinubu, Nigerian leader, who was represented by his deputy, Vice President Kashim Shettima, described the late president as a patriot whose service, character and devotion to the country left an enduring imprint on the nation's conscience. He urged political leaders and public officials to emulate the late former president by upholding the values of honesty, simplicity and self-discipline in the discharge of their responsibilities. The high point of the occasion was the presentation of the Book of Tributes by the Vice President. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) has intercepted 8,287 bags of substance suspected to be Canadian loud, weighing 4,143.5 kilograms at the Apapa Seaport in Lagos. The Director of Media and Advocacy (NDLEA), Femi Babafemi, said this in a statement issued to journalists in Abuja. Babafemi said the drugs worth over 10.3 billion naira in street value were discovered in a container imported from Canada during a joint examination of the shipment by NDLEA officers, customs personnel and other security agencies on July 10, 2026. The seizure followed weeks of targeted tracking and monitoring of the shipment since its departure from Montreal, Canada, by operatives of the Maritime Intelligence Unit of NDLEA in collaboration with Apapa Strategic Command of the agency. Asante will be back after the short break. Stay tuned. Welcome back from the break. Operatives of the Akwa Ibom State Police Command have arrested a suspected security impersonator and recovered a cache of official security uniforms, rank insignia, and other sensitive instruments during an intelligence-led operation in the state. The suspect, identified as Precious Joseph, a native of Nembe local government area of Bayelsa State residing in Ikotopene, was intercepted while riding an unregistered motorcycle along Atiku Abubakar Way in Oyo during a routine stop and search operation. The Akwa Ibom Police Command said the suspect introduced himself as a police inspector and represented a warrant card bearing the name Inspector Daniel. However, his responses reportedly aroused suspicion, prompting officers to conduct a thorough search at his residence. The search uncovered another identity card belonging to the Nigerian Correctional Service, raising further doubts about his claims and leading detectives to launch a follow-up operation. Chief Magistrate Court sitting in Gombe has ordered the remand of a school principal and a class teacher at a medium correctional custody facility over allegations of sexual abuse and screening of an offender involving a 6-year-old pupil. The presiding Chief Magistrate, Hamaira Demba, gave the order on Monday after the two defendants took their plea.
The defendants are Elysia Yila, a class teacher of Destiny Treasure International School, Arawa Quarters, Gombe, and Nasiru Barrow Manun, the school principal. According to the first information report read in court, the incident occurred in early July 2026. The prosecution alleged that Yila called one of his female pupils, aged 6, into a class and sexually assaulted her by fingering her. The state prosecutor, Barrister Munir Sambo, told the court that the matter came to light when the pupil narrated the incident to her mother, Saratu Emmanuel. The prosecutor further alleged that when the matter was reported to the school management, the principal, Nasir Munun, allegedly tried to conceal the offense instead of reporting it to the appropriate authorities. The offenses, according to the prosecutor, are contrary to sections 285 and 167 of Penal Code Law of Gombe State. The prosecution counsel also urged the court to try the matter in a summary under Section 338 of the Gombe State Administration of Criminal Justice Law 2020. In her ruling, Chief Magistrate Demba ordered that the two defendants be remanded in a maximum correctional custody facility pending judgment. Mania, OCB, Asset Television News.
Two-time World Cup champions France will this Tuesday take on Spain, the reigning European champions and 2010 FIFA World Cup champions, in a match Clash of the Titans. It is the first semi-final fixture and one of the most anticipated matchups of the ongoing 2026 FIFA World Cup, being hosted by the United States, Mexico and Canada. France is aiming for a third consecutive World Cup final appearance, led by the attacking prowess of Captain Kylian Mbappe. Together with Michael Olise, they have tormented opposing defenses and given French fans the belief that 2026 could be their year. They reached the semi-finals defeating Senegal 3-1, Iraq 3-0 and Norway 4-1, finishing top of their group with 3 wins from the matches. Mbappe and Dembele together have scored 13 goals, matching a World Cup record for a pair of teammates, among the tournament's most dangerous attacking players. While France has been the tournament's highest scoring side, Spain has combined strong defensive performances with midfield dominance. It is expected to be a mouth-watering tactical battle between France's pace on the counter-attack and Spain's patient possession game. And that's the news at this hour. Do well to follow us on all our social media handles for more news updates. On behalf of the news crew, I'm Manuela Akwaya. Thanks for watching.